Once you've committed to take action on a behavior or best practice, what do you do to ensure you'll be successful in turning it into a habit and making it stick beyond just a few weeks? Hi, I'm Matt Plummer, the CEO and founder of Zarvana, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to use Zarvana to form lasting habits that turn time-saving behaviors into part of your professional routine so that it will stick and last for the long haul. So when you log into Zarvana, you probably will see this pop up that says set up your prompts. Prompts are a key part of creating a habit. It reminds you to take the action that you desire to do. So when you see this, it's a good idea to set that up either via email or your phone, and pick the time of day when you'll actually have a few minutes to track your progress. Because tracking your progress is a key for turning a behavior into a best practice. The research shows that those who track their progress are more likely to actually do that behavior and achieve their goals than those who aren't. And in fact, those who track, the more that you track your progress, the more your chances of success go up. So pick a time, maybe when you're just showing up for work and you'll have a few minutes of getting settled, let's say 8:30 a.m., for your time zone, and enter your phone number in there. Let's just say I'm going to do email, and that will save that prompt there. So now let's say that you're going to pick this behavior, planning whole days, and you're going to turn this behavior into a habit. You want this to stick and last in your professional routine. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, I'm going to commit to take action on that. I'm going to click this Habify button here. And this is going to describe to you what I'm actually going to talk about in a minute. So I'm going to just hit begin here. And what that's going to do is pick up your first step. And these steps, these Habify steps, are built on an evidence-based process for turning behaviors into habits. That's built on the research of habit experts like James Clear, B.J. Fogg, and Charles Duhigg. So the first step here, and this is true of all behaviors, is something you can do instantly, ideally in about 2 minutes or less. So let's just read this here. It says, if you're toward the beginning of your workday, pull up your to-do list and calendar. Referring to your to-do list, now block out the rest of your workday with time blocks designated for specific tasks. Set the reminder and notification on those appointments to 0 minutes. So that's something you can do right then. And we encourage you, as soon as you commit to take action on it, to say, okay, I'm going to do that right there. When you say that you're going to do it, and then you actually do it, you can click did it over here on the right, and that is going to begin the process of tracking your habit. And you can see, okay, I'm 3% of the way done. I've mastered this first step here, and that's going to show up on my dashboard. I can go back and see that on my dashboard as well. And then that prompts me to take the second step. So the second step here, unlike the first step, is an ongoing behavior or action that you're going to have to take. And you can see over here that we ask you to take that 5 times before you can move on to the next step. So it says, whenever you start your workday, look at your to-do list and your calendar. So you might notice that that does not involve this whole action here. And that's because we're purposefully taking baby steps towards that whole action. We want to start small when building a habit because it's hard to jump into a full action and actually get that to stick. And so we use a technique called habit stacking, where you form a small habit and then you build on top of that. So you can see down here it says whenever you start your workday, block out the rest of your workday with time blocks designated for specific tasks, using your to-do list as a reference. So you can see here we're just looking at our to-do list and calendar, and then here we're actually blocking out time. Now you might say, this seems like a worthless behavior, and it is in itself, by itself. But if you can build that habit of actually referring to your to-do list and looking at your calendar each day, then when it comes time to actually blocking out time on your calendar, you already have the building blocks in place. So let's just say that I did this here. Okay, so that's going to tell me that I can check this again in 12 hours and mark my progress. So we want this to be something that you're able to monitor daily. Now remember the research that shows that the more you monitor your behavior, the more you track your progress, the more likely you are to achieve your results. So you can see now I've made some progress on step 2. I'm up to 6%, and I can mark that again in 12 hours. And then if we go back to my dashboard, so when I first log into my Zarvana account, you can see here, okay, planning whole days, I'm at 6%, and I can click into that and access it. You You can see at the top here on today's actions that I'm actually all set for today. Now tomorrow, if I were to log back in, that would say, okay, track your progress for this. Now remember, in the beginning we talked about setting up prompts, because prompts are a key part of forming a habit. If nothing's reminding you to actually engage in this behavior, then there's a good chance you won't do it. So when you first log in, if you haven't set up your prompts already, it will prompt you to do that. If you are in the midst of your account and you're wondering how to do that, just go to the account page here up on the top right. You can see prompts here on the sidebar, and that will bring you down here, and then you can edit that or you can sign up for those there. So this is how you use Zarvana to track your progress so that you can actually turn these behaviors into lasting parts of your professional routine and be saving time, not just for a week or two, but be saving time for the rest of your career. Go ahead and take one of those behaviors that you've committed to take action on and start jumping into tracking your progress and moving through those Habify steps.